Hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline and today we are going plant shopping, and not just any plant shopping, but plant shopping in the Netherlands. Let's take that off because that's really annoying with the light. Oh, it's because there's a ladder outside and it's actually blinding. Anyway, we are going plant shopping in the Netherlands, and the reason why I wanted to go to the Netherlands to go to a garden centre is because a lot of the garden centres here in Belgium, their suppliers are nurseries from in the Netherlands. So garden centres in the Netherlands, their prices will be quite a lot lower. Not like a lot, but I do think it is going to be cheaper to buy plants there because they don't have to pay for shipping. They don't have to, pay to go across the border or anything. And I have noticed that I have also seen a lot of Facebook groups in Belgium here, is that the garden centres are expensive. They're very, very expensive. There is one garden centre that I know of that sometimes does amazing deals, like a Calathea White Fusion for €3.50, which was just amazing. And I also got my El Choco there for €15. So yeah, I just wanted to go to a garden centre in the Netherlands. It's actually just over the border because it is like an hour and a half drive. Anyway, I wanted to go and have a look there. I have heard of this garden centre before. It's one garden centre of a chain of, I think, 5 different garden centres, and we actually also might be going to a second garden centre, which is also one that is located here in Belgium. It's called Intratuin, but I think they only have like 2 or 3 here in Belgium and the rest are all in the Netherlands. So we might go to that one as well. I'm going to drive to my parents now because we are all going to go together and my dad's going to drive. And yes, I'm excited, and I'm really excited to bring you guys along and to show you. I'm always so interested to see like the prices and the different plants that are available in different countries. I don't know, I just find that so fascinating. That I was watching one the other day and I saw a rare cactus that I've been wanting for so incredibly long, and I've never ever seen it here in Belgium or in the Netherlands. And not even on websites actually. So I don't know. I always love watching these types of videos. I hope that you enjoy, and let's get going. The decoration in this garden centre was so incredibly beautiful. They had all these really pretty arrangements that they made there. So stunning. There you can see the logo of the garden centre and all the beautiful pots. We're coming into the indoor section. They had the entrance of this cute little cafe. The plants were so, first impression, it is so colourful in here. All of the pots, the way they arranged them. I love these pots over here. They had a Calathea table, which every garden centre just has to have. I passed this table a couple of times. Beautiful caladiums, really big ones for not that bad of price, €11.99. And they just had such beautiful plants, just like scattered everywhere. Philodendron campii, really big ones. This blew my mind. A philodendron ring of fire for $4.99. My mom ended up buying one of these. I just couldn't believe it. I've never seen this aglaonema before. It was such a pretty one. Really pink, $29.99. Big Alocasia zebrinas, which I almost took home, but I'm actually getting one from Mitch's mom, so I decided to not bring it. But $12.99, I mean, wow. Really pretty display of these hanging plants. A lot of them were the same, but they had a sale on for 40% off, so I think they were just trying to get rid of, like, you know, the ones that had been there for a while. But really good prices, like 40% off, $12.99. These are all the big plants. I love this little corner. I thought it was so cute with the decorations. And this over here is something new. I got one of these. I've never seen this before. It is superfood for hydroponics. Really interested to see. I also almost got pots at the back there. They have like meters, but they were quite expensive. Over here, I have never seen this Diefenbachia before. I thought it was so cool. I also nearly got it, but it's quite a big plant, so it takes up quite a big footprint. But I mean, again, $27.99. That's nothing for such a big plant. Really, really pretty. And these big, huge regal shields. I cannot wait for mine to be this big. These were humongous. They have the collection, the Eden collection, which you pretty much get in almost every garden centre here, and I've seen it in Belgium and the Netherlands. Had this beautiful begonia, oh my word, but I didn't get it because I just no. This was more of like the rare table. You could see that they had other things dotted around that just weren't there anymore, like a scalprum for $7.99. What? This Thai constellation for €50, and it's the same size as the one that I got, and I think I paid $70 for mine. Also really good prices. All the variegated monsteras, a dubia, which I was actually quite surprised that this one was so expensive because the dubia is so easy to propagate. But yeah, really, really beautiful one. At the top, it was actually fenestrating. I also got one of these. I already have this, but I thought it was so cute, and it was a lot bushier, and it wasn't, you know, it's not expensive. And I almost got one of these, but it would just end up being a dog toy, so I didn't end up doing it. But I was very, very tempted. They were so, so cute. So many colors everywhere. It was just, I was a really nice warm feeling walking through here. Little baby Anthurium silver blushes, €1.99. Wow, I remember when these used to be so expensive. A little Aglaonema, I don't know which kind that is, but also not expensive. This was labeled as a Maranta, but it's actually a Stenanthe or something like that. Also really pretty. Almost got that one. This is the Alocasia Black Star, and I have never seen this Alocasia before, but the black stems was stunning. Only $9.99. Oh, I wish I had a bigger house. I would get so many plants. The beautiful Makoyana. Oh, this is such a beautiful plant. And I love these like hanging baskets that they did. These were fake plants, but I just loved what they did with it. And then we had a cup of coffee, and this was my view. Oh, just colors and oh, beautiful everywhere. The entrance of this, I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. It definitely sets a vibe. First impression was this place is huge. I mean, the outdoor section, this wasn't even all of it. Like, there was still a whole other side. But the smells and the colors, oh, it was just so nice walking through here. And these beautiful big flowers. Yeah, plants were on point in this garden center. Dream greenhouse over here. I had to get a video of it. I thought it was so beautiful. One day. This caught my eye because of the colocasia in the water. I thought the display was just so simple but so beautiful. And then we stopped for a bite to eat in this adorable like garden cafe. It was so pretty, and food was also really, really good. And now we're in the indoor plant section. I did think that this section would be a lot bigger in this garden center because it is a bigger garden center, but it actually was smaller than the previous one. But the plants were definitely, was a lot more wow factor going on. It's $24.99 for a huge caladium. Stunning. This was the first time that I'd ever seen a Monstera escalator in person, and it, wow, definitely want one of these. The Calathea orbifolias, €17.99, were huge. Really, really beautiful big plants. And the Calatheas, of course. I find that with Calatheas you can get really good prices. $19.99 for such a big plant. I just wish they were easier. And really big asparagus ferns. I think this was the Alocasia gagayana or something like that. I don't know, but $19.99. This plant was huge. And then, of course, the typical Zebrina. I think you could find the Zebrina in any garden center. It was a little bit more expensive than this one. It was $15.99. The previous one was $12.99. So I do think they might use like a different supplier. The cactuses in this garden center, I mean, the tables were just insane. Look at the size of these cactuses. They are huge. They had, I've never seen such a big display of cactuses and euphorbias. It was amazing. It definitely was wow factor. It stood out straight away. I think that says like 38 something. And this one was flowering. That's so exciting. My one's also almost going to flower. But they were quite juicy ones, quite beefy ones. But yeah, this was the other side of the table. Just the scale of these was wow. It had really big birds of paradise as well. And so many colors, so pretty. And I found a Philodendron Milano crassum for $12.99. This one in where I work is marked at like €70. It's ridiculous. So prices are definitely a lot better here. And $29.99 for an Anthurium crystallinum, pretty decent size as well. All the big plants, the Pachera, oh. And look at this trunk. It's so big. I'm trying to find a price here. I think it was 200 and is that 99? 299, I think. And these, we've all done it. We all go for the touch with these. I love them, but I keep on killing them, so I'm not going to try again with that one. Yeah, this garden center had definitely a lot more of the same kind. Like I think it also does have to do with the supplier. Well, it definitely has to do with the supplier. And all of these beautiful lipstick plants, they had quite a lot of varieties on here. Hello, right, we are the next day. It was a bit chaotic when I got home, but I want to show you what I got and I want to kind of give my review a little bit. I will put like the names of the garden centers down below if you're ever in the Netherlands and you're interested and you want to go. I do think that I did not go at the right time because there was quite a couple of like empty spots. I mean, honestly, it does make sense because if it's good weather, people want to spend their time outside and, you know, do stuff outside. So they're not as focused on indoor plants. But I don't know if it's just because I work in it. Like I've worked in a garden center. I've worked in 2 different garden centers for like the past 4 years. So maybe that's just me. But I always think that you should, you know, at least give your clients the option if they do want, you know, something different or something a little bit more special. But they were 2 beautiful garden centers, absolutely beautiful. They were also doing a lot of changing around, not in like the indoor plant section, but the rest of it. There was even, the one was already looking to put up Christmas decorations, which, I mean, I get it. In those garden centers, they are known for their Christmas decor. It's amazing what they do. But I do think it's a little bit early, but I know that a lot of work goes into it. It was kind of anticlimactic for me. I kind of thought that it would be a lot more, but I think that's my own fault from watching videos on YouTube of people doing tours of these garden centers. And if I look at the date of when they went, which was always when it was cold. Like there was one in November that I saw and then one in like January, March. The beginning of the year is when a lot of plants are in there, like rare plants and everything. So I'll definitely will be going back there then when it's, you know, the colder season and people do just tend to, you know, they are drawn to inside. So they want indoor plants, which makes sense. I was not disappointed because the prices were amazing. I mean, you saw, they were amazing. I am still thinking about the alocasia scalprum that my mom got. Scalprum is one that I'm thinking about now and thinking, oh, I should have gotten that one. But I already have a scalprum, but it just really stings that I paid, like, I think it was 11 euros 90 or something. It was over 10 euros, I know that, for my little baby one that has 2 tiny leaves, and mom, hers was what, 7.99, like so incredibly cheap. So prices in the Netherlands are a lot cheaper, and it makes sense. They don't have to pay for shipping. The supplier is within the same country, so you know, it is cheaper. Very impressed with the prices. Very impressed with all the colors. That's something that definitely popped out, is that it's very colorful over there. And the Hollanders are known for that. And it was so incredibly friendly as well. Like everyone was just looked so zen and happy. I don't know. Maybe it's just because you're in a garden center. I don't know. But it was just a very nice calming feel in those garden centers. And I really enjoyed it. But I did think I was going to see a little bit more of like the special plants. I was actually really surprised both garden centers did not have a very big selection of alocasia or philodendron, which I don't know, I found really weird because they're both genuses that are super popular. So, but saying all of this and saying, probably coming across that I'm a little bit disappointed, which I guess I am. I'm going to be honest, I am a little bit disappointed, but I also know from working in a garden center that if you have a bad week and the suppliers have just not put very interesting stuff on their website to order, you're kind of screwed. It could just be bad timing for me, but I've been in that position where I've had to order plants and I look at the website and think, wow, they only really had the basics, which I mean, they always have the basics. You can have those disappointing moments, but you could definitely see that they had like designated spots for more of like the special plants. So it could also just be that the supplier that week was just not, you know, not really. I don't know when they get their shipment either, but it could just be that as well. But beautiful garden centers. Happy I did that, and we'll definitely be going back. So I'm going to show you what I got. I'm going to start off with the like non-plant stuff. I already shared this one on Instagram, but I am obsessed with this pot. Just look at how pretty that is. So pretty. And only 11 euros 99. I'm very impressed with that, and it's so pretty. I love this pot. So I don't know what I'm going to be using for her yet. I definitely want to pair, you know, find a good plant to pair it with. And then more pots. These were all on sale. I got this cute little pot with like the little handles. I thought that was so cute. This was $4.79 and it was 50% off. Yeah, wow. And this was the same actually. This was $4.99 and 40% off. I thought this one was so cute with the flowers. Really, really pretty. And then I got this. Now I know these from where I work as well. We also have these, and for some reason they're a lot more expensive. But again, all of the suppliers are in the Netherlands, and if they have to pay shipping, this was €9.99 for quite a big basket. So I'm definitely, I don't know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I don't know, I always feel like bigger pots are kind of like, I'm struggling with bigger pots. And to be fair, I actually need ceramic bigger pots for the plants that are in pond. But anyway, right, one more pot. Take the plant out of it is this one. I thought this one was also really pretty. It's a little bit darker than what I usually go for, but really pretty. And this one doesn't have a price on it, but I think this one was $6.99 or something. Yeah, just also really, really cheap pots. And they had such colorful things there. Right, this is not one that I bought, but this is one that I came home with from my mom. So I guess we all know the story of my silver dragon that rotted away and died. Yeah, I put that in the video that, yeah. Pretty much 2 days later, I went to have a look, and she was making new roots on the side, but it was already like starting to rot on the other side. So there was like no way I was able to save that. But my mom has so many silver dragons, so she gave me one, and it's actually in like this, it doesn't have any drainage holes. I can't see any newer roots. Anyway, seems to be quite happy in there, so gonna leave her be. Okay, she's very wobbly in there. You better not die on me too, okay? Not one that I purchased, but really pretty. This is also something that I have never seen before. I think I included in the tour. Yeah, this is Botanic Lifestyle Superfood. I have no idea. I've never seen this before. This is definitely from, I mean, it says on the back as well, it's from the Netherlands. It's made in the Netherlands, so I have no idea. But it is developed by growers especially for hydroponic plants, but also for plants in potting soil. Boost your plant with Botanic Lifestyle Superfood. And it has a picture of, it was actually standing next to one of this, I think it's a philodendron, but they're in like these special pots with like the meter and everything, and you can buy it like that because it was standing next to that. And I don't know, I actually haven't opened it, but it's like this powdery stuff, and you mix it in with your, what does it say, 2.5 grams per liter. So I want to give it a try. I love trying new things. Is this made in the Netherlands? I don't know, what does it say? Yeah, it is. Made by Ghana Flowers and Greens. I'll keep you updated on how this works with trace elements lowering pH. I don't know, never seen it before, so I wanted to give it a try. I came with this pamphlet thing as well. It talks about Ghana. Is it? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But eager to try that. I love trying new things like that. So now the plants. This is actually, I only bought 2 plants. My mom bought more. Well, you saw, my mom bought more plants. But honestly, I'm not. Yes, we went out of our way to go to these garden centers, but I'm not going to specifically buy a lot of plants just because I went somewhere out of the way. You know what I mean? Like if I see something, a plant that I was really keeping my eye out for, and I was a little bit bummed that I didn't find it, was the Alocasia Dragon Breath. I'd seen a lot of videos on YouTube of tours of the garden centers, and they had them there then. Again, they weren't, there was in the colder seasons, so maybe they'll have more then. But yeah, I I was a little bit bummed about that. And I could just order one, but a part of me is kind of like, I don't know, maybe I just want to wait. Oh yes, I didn't tell you. I forgot to tell you in the alocasia key video. I lost my alocasia dragon breath probably about a week before I filmed that video, actually. Yeah, she was in pond. No, she was in soil. I took her out of soil. I had her in water for a while. The roots in the water just turned to mush. She had a couple of roots, and I then put her into pond, and she just didn't survive. It just, yeah, I didn't like overwater or do the flushing thing with her or anything, but she just died. Yeah, the roots just turned to mush. So it's really sad. There was nothing to save of that plant. I mean, it's not like I lost a lot of money. I think it was like 10 euros for that baby plant, but still I was so excited that I had that plant and I really wanted to grow it out, and that was a wish list plant. So I'm on the hunt for that one again. Another alocasia that I also really, really want, that I've not actually seen a plant from, but I have seen corms from them being sold. Also a website in the Netherlands. What is it called? I'll put the name on screen, but it's one that I've not seen in online in any garden centers. I really, really want that one as well. And I think it's like 10 euros for a corm, but it's a germinated corm. It does say that with it, so I don't know. I do really want that one as well, but I think I'm probably gonna have to end up ordering from that anyway. But the first plant that I got, this is actually a plant that I used to have. I bought this plant when I first bought my Monstera albo. That was 3 years ago. Was that 3 years ago? Yes, wow, that was 3 years ago. I bought this one the same time I bought that albo, and I put this on my bed frame. I have this bed frame from IKEA with like the one side has like this really tall bar thing, and I had a hanging from that. But in our bedroom we have like blinds that don't block, you can see through them, they don't block out the light, but it does make it a lot darker in there. And I had her hanging from there and she wasn't doing anything. She was basically slowly dying, and this one needs full sun. But yeah, this is the Crassula Hottentot, and it's so pretty. I love this plant so much. It's so pretty. And this was $9.99. Yeah. And it's also really nice, something I noticed there is that there's only actually one other garden center in Belgium that I've seen them do this, is that it comes with a QR code and you can scan it and it tells you everything about this plant and how to take care of it. I thought that was really, really nice. They should do that more here. There's only one other garden center that I know that does that, and that is my favorite garden center. That's the one where I also find really cheap plants. And it's actually been quite a while since I've been there. But yeah, that's the one plant that I got. Super pretty. Really happy with her. And I think I'm just gonna... It's actually funny enough, the other one that I got came in the same pot, but it came with hanging things. But I actually have hanging things, so I think I might put her in that. And then the last plant that I got is actually a plant that I already own. And that is this one. The beautiful Calathea Macoiana. I love this plant so much. And I passed this plant probably about 3 times while we were there, and I was kind of like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? And then I looked at the price and I was kind of like, you know what? I might as well just give it one more go. It's $7.99. Like, are you kidding me? For such a big plant. But the reason why I got a new one of this is because this is what my one is looking like at the moment. Yeah, there she is. Very sad. This leaf is also, can you see how wobble? I don't know, I think she's slowly rotting. I don't see any roots. Yeah, I think she's just slowly rotting, which is sad. I'm going to take her out of there and just put her in soil because she obviously does not appreciate pond. But yeah, that's my one, my baby one that I got. Not really doing anything. And it was really bumming me out, and I want a big one. So I ended up going for this one. And it is so pretty. I actually haven't checked for pests, but I did keep my eye out when we were there. And I have to say, they are very good, because in either of the garden centers, there were no pests. And considering it's that time of year where pests are pretty bad, it's, you know, normal if you have so many plants in the same area that there's going to be pests. But they were pretty good. Like, I did not see any pests. No, I did not see any pests. So they were very on top of it. I mean, look at that. That's so pretty. Yeah, she's in a 12 centimeter pot, and I actually had a look at her roots yesterday. I can show you. These are her roots. Looking good. It's just in pure cocoa coir. And I have not decided, I'm just going to let her acclimate. I've not decided what I'm going to do with her yet, if I'm also going to try her with pon. I think because she has a bigger root system, she'll be fine. I don't know if I should just make like a calathea soil mix and just put her in that. But it's just, whenever I've had calatheas in the past, I always struggle with the watering. So I'll see what she does, but I think I will end up putting her in pon just to make it like easier for me. Beautiful, beautiful plant. And that is all that I got. It's not a lot, but honestly, I'm kind of a little bit proud of myself that I didn't go overboard. But at the same time, a lot of the plants that they had were plants that I already have. And I did get my heart set on that Alocasia Dragon Breath, and I really thought that they would have it. But for all I know, they could have gotten a shipment in and they could have them there today. It just, timing is everything. But they were beautiful, beautiful garden centers. And if you're in the Netherlands, I would definitely recommend. Intratuin is big. Like they have Intratuins here in Belgium as well. Actually, where I used to live first, when Mitch and I first got together, we used to live on the other side of, always has to bark whenever I'm filming, on the other side of Ghent, and they have one there as well, and we used to go to that garden center. It was also an Intratuin almost every single weekend. That was our dates, was going to that garden center. And it's beautiful, like the variety that they have there, the colors, it's so stunning. And I do think Intratuin is from the Netherlands. Even though they have a couple here in Belgium, I think it is from the Netherlands. But the other one was a chain. The first one that I went to, the Bosrand, is from a chain. I think they have like 5 in the Netherlands, which I would like to go to, but some of them are like 3.5 hour drive, and that's like really, really long. There is also actually on the 31st of August and now there's a plane that has to pass by. On the 31st of August, there is My Botanica, which is a huge plant market, and I'm actually waiting to hear if Mitch can take time off because it is on a Saturday and he does have to work that Saturday. So I don't know, I'm really hoping that he can, because I would really love to go to that. I think the last one they did was in April. Yeah, I think I had to work then. Yeah, anyway, I would really, really love to go to that, and if I go to that, I will definitely film. It's probably not going to be that much filming, to be honest, because it's going to be very, very busy, and I'm not overly confident about filming in public, but I'll definitely get some snippets here and there. But I'm just going to be soaking up the plants, because the rare plants that they have there, like all suppliers and growers from the Netherlands and also from Germany come together, and I would love to go to that. I would love. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. It is like already in only 2 weeks, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of this, because it was my first time filming like a plant shopping video. I definitely want to get up the courage to actually like do talking while I'm in the store, because I didn't do that. I just filmed with my phone. I don't know, maybe I'll get the courage for that one day. But yeah, let me know what you thought, if you want to have it more like in detail, or if it was just enough, or I kind of did like an overall view. Yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do, because I upload new videos twice a week, and you can come along with the journey and we can help each other. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.